Yeah, YouTube, vinyl community, Beach Boys fans, random people on the internet, my name is Giggens, and we are here today to talk about the Beach Boys' definitive album, released on Capitol Records, originally in 1970. Um, this album is a greatest hits collection released throughout Europe in a few different formats and a few different variations throughout the early to mid 1970s. And I thought it'd be fun to talk about because it's something that was kind of new to me and something I didn't know a whole lot about, and I wanted to investigate. And I thought the information I found was kind of fun. So, for any Beach Boys collectors out there that are wondering how they can expand their collection or learn more about certain things, hopefully this video will help them. Um, this came out originally in 1970 on Capitol in over there in the European countries, and it was with a different cover. It had like an orange border with a picture of them in the middle from like '69, late '68. And each time they reissued this album, it was the exact same track list, which is something I find fascinating because a lot of times when albums get reissued, especially greatest hits albums, at least one song gets changed. Not the case with this one. The whole thing, every single time. Um, this particular copy that I have here is a reissue from the Netherlands from 1975. And what I found most interesting about this was this. It is on the green Capitol label. No, that's cool because I thought this label was done and dead by this point. At this point, Capitol was using at least the orange labels, maybe slowly moving into the purple ones that they had used in the late 70s. But the reason why I'm interested about this is I'm wondering if it was different in Europe. I wonder, because I know how the American releases worked. You had the rainbow colored label from 62 to 68. Then they did that lime green one for like maybe a year, maybe 2 years. Switched over to red for a little bit, and then the yellow was a special markets one, and then orange for a few years, like Endless Summers on the orange label, and then purple throughout the rest of the 70s. So there is a version that was released in Sweden of this album, I think also in 1975, which has a red label. And that's the only other variation I could find as far as labels go. Apparently the original one was also on the same green Capitol label, which makes sense for its time, 1970, fits. But it's like, this has a different catalog number than the original one, so I guess they brought back that label for this, or maybe they were still using it over there. I have no idea. This one was printed in the Netherlands. Don't know. The second version of this album is this really disgusting silver-covered album. It just says Spirit of Rock like a million times, and this is the Beach Boys at the bottom. But it came with a booklet, and I've been trying to find anything I can about the booklet, and I can't seem to come across anything. So if you guys know anything about that booklet, let me know. Apparently it's a picture book, so that's pretty cool. This cover was first introduced in New Zealand in 1972, as it was part of this World Record Club thing, this edition. And then they used this cover again for this issue in 1975. Really no idea why Sweden had the red label only one time, why the Netherlands got the green label again, one of those weird mysteries of record collecting. This album, when it was originally released, peaked at number 8 on the Dutch charts, which is pretty good. And a lot of people think this album was reissued again was because of Endless Summer coming out and being so popular, and it didn't exist in some countries. So that could be one reason why it came out. As far as the track selection on here, it covers mostly the late 60s, like 65 to 69, the Capitol years. You got some songs from Pet Sounds, you have God Only Knows and Sloop John B from Pet Sounds, and then you have Do It Again, which is the album version, so it's got the Barnyard bit at the end. Cotton Fields, Breakaway, I Can Hear Music, Then I Kissed Her, which is kind of a weird one to throw in there, but it works. It fits in well with his mood. The Wild Honey, Darlin', Good Vibrations, Bluebirds Over the Mountain, Heroes, and Villains. So if you're like a purist when it comes to the Beach Boys, there's nothing from Smiley Smile unless you count Good Vibrations, which was just thrown on there to help sell that album. And Breakaway being a single, so that's pretty cool to have on here too. But nothing from Friends. That album was completely looked over, which I guess none of the songs would really fit onto this mood. Like this playlist works really well as it is, so that's pretty cool. Some good shots of the guys down there. And I really do like this album cover. Like, it's a striking album cover, and it's got the Odeon sticker covering the Capitol logo on both sides, which is pretty cool. Yeah, not a whole lot to say about this thing other than I just wanted to show it off and see if you guys have it. Have you heard of it? You know, what are your thoughts on it? Let me show the label one more time. So this is a reissue of the original version of it, obviously. But it's cool because it's got both catalog. It's not going to come up, is it? Not really, but it's got both catalog numbers on there. So it's got the original release and the new one for this edition. So yeah, that's it. Really short video. Just wanted to share this and see what you guys thought about it. And if you've seen it, or if you've heard of it, or if you know anything else about it, why they were using green labels in 1975, that was what piqued my interest the most. So, the Beach Boys, the Definite album, which I love that name. It's like, just this is it. If you want one album, this is the definite one to get. There was a volume 2 which came out, and it was basically a mashup of. Add some music. It was a mashup of Sunflower and Surf's Up, with a couple other things thrown in. But yeah, this is it. Just a real quick video, guys. The Beach Boys, that Definite album, 1975 reissue. Do you have it? Let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Giggens. This has been Album Reviews with the Beach Boys. These guys, Definite album. And I'll definitely see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.